Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of Major Jason E. Kelly, Deputy Commanding General for Civil and Emergency Operations, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and Lieutenant Colonel Katie Werback, Commander of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Walla Walla District, welcome to today's Change of Command ceremony. This morning, we bid farewell to the outgoing Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Katie Werback, and welcome our incoming Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Douglas Droesch. We encourage you to please take time and read their full bios located in your programs today and see all of the amazing things that they have done throughout their careers in service to our nation. At this time, we would like to recognize some of our distinguished guests who have joined us today from all across the country and within our region. We please ask that you hold your applause until introductions have been complete. From Lieutenant Colonel Werback's family, her partner, Greg Randolph, her parents, Andy and Sam Werback, and her other family and friends that are here, thank you for joining us. From Lieutenant Colonel Droesch's family, his wife, Allie, and their children, Abby and Morgan, and his sister, Jen, and her baby, Joe, and her in-laws, Bob and Nell. Thank you for joining us. Representing our tribal partners, from the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation, Catherine Bingham, Chair, Toby Patrick and Lindsay X. Watchman, Board of Trustee members, Jeremiah Bonifer, Director of Fisheries Program. From the Nez Perce Tribe, Aaron Gould, Shirley Allman, and Marsan Lawyer, council members. Eric Cash, Director of the Wildlife Division. Robert Taylor, NAGPRA Specialist. Nakia Williamson Cloud, Chief of Cultural Resources. From the Columbia River Intertribal Fisheries Commission, Aja Dakota, Executive Director. Jamie Pinkham, Senior Advisor. From the Wanapum Band of Priest Rapids, Clayton Buck, Tribal Leader. Alyssa Buck. Your presence here honors us. Thank you also for joining us. From our U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and Department of Defense, family and friends, Chaplain Colonel J.R. Lorenzen, Colonel Andrew Warner, Command Sergeant Major Retired Patrick Toussaint, Colonel Retired and Senior Executive Service Retired Beth Coffey, Colonel Retired Jeff Hall, and Lieutenant Colonel Retired Kirsten Dolly. From our legislative community, Casey Ralston, Office of U.S. Senator James Risch, Letitia Solosky, Office of U.S. Senator Mike Crapo, Andrew Cutler, Office of U.S. Senator Ron Wyden, Jessica Keys, Office of U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley, Ashley Stubbs, Office of U.S. Congressman Dan Newhouse, Alex Hall, Office of U.S. Congressman Michael Baumgartner, Marcy Mitchell, Office of U.S. Congressman Russ Fulcher. And from our community and our other partners, Mary Wiley and Dina Horton from PNWA, Elizabeth Chamberlain from the City of Walla Walla, Patrick Ray, Kip Kelly, Amy Schwab, Ron Dunning, and Jay Hester from the Port of Walla Walla, Dan Johnson and Justin Glenn from the City of Lewiston, Christopher Rasmussen and Walter Backus from the Port of Clarkston, Tom Kamerzel from the Port of Whitman County, Scott Corbett from the Port of Lewiston. And we'd also like to recognize our current Walla Walla District employees, the engineers, scientists, support staff, and our many local retirees who continue to contribute to this community and our U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. And our many important and valued partners and tribal leaders from across the Pacific Northwest. Commanders, friends, colleagues, and family, welcome. From time immemorial, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victory over an enemy, to honor their heroes, to celebrate special occasions, or to pay homage to their fallen comrades. These ceremonies add color and pageantry to military life. In the United States, the foundation of our present ceremonies was laid by the Continental Army. Today's ceremony is a reflection of procedures practiced since the dawn of our nation. Today's ceremony is derived from Army's first manual of ceremonies, the Blue Book, written by General von Steuben. The ceremony that you are about to see includes the arrival of the official colors, presentation of honors, change of command, responsibility, remarks, and conclusion. The presiding officer for today's ceremony is Major General Jason E. Kelly, Deputy Commanding General for Civil and Emergency Operations, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The 133rd Band from the Washington National Guard, led by Staff Sergeant William Frank, is providing the music for today's ceremony, and the Color Guard is provided by the Walla Walla High School Junior ROTC under the direction of Command Sergeant Major Retired Anthony Marrero. If we could give them a round of applause for being here today. We hope you enjoyed this historic event. On behalf of the soldiers, civilians, and families of the Walla Walla District, Miss Laura Davidson, Executive Assistant, and Natural Resource Specialist Marissa Stevens will now present Mr. Greg Randolph a gift draped in red. Red is the color of the heart and reflects the appreciation of the support and contributions made by the loving concern that Mr. Randolph has shown to the district over the past year, and especially to Lieutenant Colonel Werback. The gift was commissioned. The gift was commissioned by Dawn Kunkel, who works at the Lower Monumental Dam, and was inspired by a pair of sockeye salmon passing little goose. Parents Andy and Parents Andy and Sam Werback are additionally given a gift draped in red in appreciation of their never-ending support and lots of love to their daughter. Miss Ashley Barnes, Executive Office Administrative Officer, and Ranger Dylan Benitez are presenting Mrs. Allie Droesch yellow roses to welcome her to the organization. They also present yellow roses to daughters Abby and Margot Droesch. Yellow represents the color of a new friendship and a warm welcome to our district. A prayer will be offered by Toby Patrick of the Board of Trustees of the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation. If Trustee Patrick would come forward. Thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful. We all ask you to rise again. Got a quick break for the presentation of the colors, our national anthem, and remain standing for the invocation.
Katie Werback's family and friends, thank you. To Greg, her parents, Sam and Andy, Uncle Norm, Aunt Margie, Karen and Zoe, Tom, Lisa and David, Sergeant Major Toussaint, Jeff, Kristen, Destination CrossFit, and the Walla Walla Sports Roller Derby. Thank you. Long hours, late night phone calls, constant pressure of certifying the nation's project costs, and dare I mention another relocation? Your resilience has been the bedrock of Katie's success. We are deeply grateful for you, your sacrifice, and your unconditional love. And to Allie, Abby, and Margot, welcome to the proud Inland Empire. We are absolutely thrilled to have you join this special family. The connections here between the people are as resilient as the infrastructure they maintain. Welcome. Before coming here, I asked our historian to remind me why we have a district in Walla Walla. Why is this specific geography so critical to the nation? The answer takes us back to 1945. The Pacific Northwest was booming, and the nation desperately needed two things: clean hydropower and a reliable marine highway to transport agricultural goods. The Corps realized that it needed a laser-focused team of elite engineers stationed right here on the ground to make that happen. So on November 1st, 1948, the Walla Walla District was born. You started with McNary Lock and Dam, and you didn't slow down. You built Ice Harbor, Lower Monumental, Little Goose, and Lower Granite. You constructed a commercial navigation channel with some of the highest lift locks on Earth, stretching slack water navigation 365 miles inland. You created the furthest inland seaport on the West Coast. Walla Walla was not created to do easy work. It was created because the nation needed an organization that could do hard things. For 75 years, whenever the country said, this is too difficult, the district stepped up and got it done. Executing a highly complex $500 million annual civil works program requires a leader who isn't afraid to roll up her sleeves. Katie, when you assumed command of this organization, you didn't just inherit a legacy, you energized it. Take the extended navigation outage, synchronizing a massive multi-lot closure across two districts on a river highway. A highway that moves billions of dollars in goods was a logistical beast. But you didn't blink. You identified gaps early, aligned schedules, and executed critical infrastructure repairs with world-class precision. How about the Littlewood River Project in Idaho? Stalled for 27 years. A generation lived with the threat of flooding due to bureaucratic inertia. But you refused to accept the status quo, broke the funding logjam, and delivered on a decades-old federal promise. You navigated highly polarized regulatory landscapes, like the Stibnite gold mine. You did it with objective, merit-based decision-making. You revitalized partnerships at Lucky Peak, and you prioritize deeply personal, face-to-face engagements with our sovereign tribal nations, listening to elders share their generational knowledge of these rivers. But Katie, your most profound legacy isn't concrete. It's not a project. It's people. You pioneered the leadership blueprint, that's built our next generation of supervisors. You got leaders out of the office and on to the projects to build trust. By fostering accountability and shared pride, you prove that taking care of people and maintaining high operational standards are the exact same thing. Katie, today marks the end of your command here. But I'm thrilled to announce that you're going to Portland as the Northwestern Division Deputy Commander. We need your steady hand on staff. And this is not an accident. We did this on purpose. Greg, we had you in mind too. Thank you. Katie, thank you for a job well done. Please join me in a round of applause for our former district commander. As we transition command today, we at the headquarters and our enterprise remain focused on one thing: delivery. Earlier this year, the Assistant Secretary of the Army for Civil Works announced a historic initiative. He called it Building Infrastructure, Not Paperwork. The American taxpayer does not pay us to write reports or hold endless meetings. They pay us to move dirt, spin turbines, maintain channels. This initiative is about stripping away bureaucratic red tape so that you're empowered to take smart risks, to do smart things. We have to stop measuring success by process and start measuring it by outcomes. Under my watch, we are pursuing better, delivering faster, smarter, cheaper. Walla Walla is at the absolute tip of the spear of this vision. Look at what we're asking you to deliver. Driving the 2025-26 floods levee rehabilitation. Planning the monumental fiscal year 30 Navlock gate replacements. Advancing state-of-the-art fish passage at the McNary Spillway. Replacing 14 turbine units at McNary and adding Unit 4 at Droesch, the highest straight-axis concrete dam in the hemisphere. These are mammoth engineering challenges. This is what doing hard things looks like. To lead a district with this level of complexity, you need a rare breed. You need someone with elite combat leadership and rigorous technical expertise. That's exactly why Lieutenant Colonel Doug Droesch was selected to lead this flagship district. Doug, you've done hard things. You bring heavy-duty academic credentials as a licensed professional engineer, combined with the hardened grit of a combat-tested ranger and sapper. You've led soldiers under intense pressure in Iraq and Afghanistan, and you know how to make tough decisions when the stakes are highest. You understand the Corps in the Pacific Northwest. You inspected massive dams in the Tulsa district, an assignment that you called an engineer's dream. Doug, this one's going to be better. You know this region intimately from your time at Joint Base Lewis McChord, and you most recently managed complex NATO infrastructure in Italy. Leading Walla Walla means balancing hydropower, navigation, environmental restoration, and tribal rights. Requires a steady hand and absolute integrity. Doug, I have total confidence that your technical prowess, people-first leadership will keep this district moving with absolute precision. Before I step away, I want to address the workforce one last time. Operating these colossal dams, keeping marine highways open, and protecting our communities is exhausting, often thankless work. The average American flicking on a light switch has absolutely no idea the sheer sweat and engineered genius that you put in to make such a thing possible. Your work is largely invisible to the public, but is foundational to our nation. You are the architects of national resilience. As we look to the future, the status quo is not a strategy. The American taxpayer deserves more. The future demands more. And together, we are absolutely going to deliver more. Katie, thank you for your historic, compassionate leadership. Doug, congratulations. My charge to you is a simple one. Push the boundaries. Shed the paperwork. Build the infrastructure. Take care of your people. And deliver for America. Thank you all. May God bless the Walla Walla District and the United States of America. This will defend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing commander, Lieutenant Colonel Katie Werback.
It's a big day. Trying to keep my sweaty eyeballs until later. But good morning, distinguished guests, community leaders, family, friends, and most importantly, the dedicated military and civilian professionals of the United States Army Corps of Engineers, Walla Walla District, the wonderful Walla Walla District. Thank you for being here today. Whether you're sitting in the audience or tuning in online, ceremonies of this magnitude do not happen without a tremendous amount of behind-the-scenes work, so please join me in a big round of applause for our planning team, the color guard, and the band for making today so special. Two years ago, as I stood before you taking command, I remarked that command was the cherry on top for any military career. Looking back today, I can confidently say that it has been far more than I ever could have dreamed. It has been the absolute honor and privilege of my professional life to command this incredible district. For me, today's ceremony is fundamentally about one thing: gratitude. First to Greg, you are my amazing partner and anchor. Thank you for pushing me to prioritize our relationship so it didn't have to just survive this command, but endured and thrived through it. I'm so deeply excited for our next adventures as we move forward together. To my family and friends, many of whom traveled to be here today, I simply could not have made it to this stage without your unwavering love and support. Thank you for being my foundation today and every day. Major General Kelly and our entire chain of command, thank you. Thank you for believing in me and for entrusting me with the extraordinary opportunity to command the wonderful Walla Walla District. And most importantly, my thanks goes to the remarkable team here in Walla Walla District. Everything that General Kelly said that attributed to me was true, except for the fact that it took a team, and it's going to continue to take a team. This command has been unlike anything I could have imagined, yet somehow through complex and unprecedented challenges, we managed to remain mostly calm and collected. When I first arrived in July of 2024, I had certain ideas of what I wanted to get done as I was learning about the incredible depth of the district. Does anybody remember the doc about building renovations? I wanted that to be me. But as we all know, things rarely go exactly according to that initial plan. Those priorities shifted dramatically about a year and a half ago, and we've had to change course, establish entirely new processes, and we are continuing to adapt every single day. To anchor ourselves through that change, we focused on defining who we are, formally developing the district mission, vision, and values, as well as launching the leadership blueprint to invest in our supervisors. I strove to provide transparent leadership, and as part of that was sending daily emails, sir, to 800 to 900 people. That's how much information was changing. But we strove to keep the district informed, reduce uncertainty, and reminding everyone that we're in this together. Witnessing this district come together to plan, innovate, and execute those changes has been nothing short of incredible. We saw true dedication by having leaders step up through the deferred resignation program. We had those leave, we had others step up to fill those positions, and we watched the incredible effort at Lower Granite as they successfully rebuilt their team. But we also made sure to find joy in our work, and I will always cherish the memories of participating in barbecues, chili cook-offs when invited, picnics, a corporate board derby or two, and holiday events with our outstanding CWC and ACE committees. Because of your resilience, what we've accomplished together between 2024 and 2026 has been truly historic. Over the last 2 years, this team successfully executed our complex civil works mission with absolute precision. We made critical advancements in our hydropower infrastructure, most notably the delivery of McNary's first turbine for McMod, while also showcasing our grace under pressure during the blackout at McNary. I'm sorry, Tim, it's all about you. We look to the future with the planning charrette at Droesch Unit 4. I see you too, Lucian. And I was continuously inspired by the resourcefulness of our teams at Lucky Pete taking on more work in-house to stretch their shoestring budget. When it came to our inland navigation mission, you executed extensive time-sensitive lock maintenance ahead of schedule at facilities like Little Goose and Ice Harbor, minimizing disruptions to the vital supply chains that rely on the Columbia and Snake Rivers. Furthermore, we made massive strides in our environmental efforts. We advanced our fish passage systems. If you have not been out to Mill Creek, I highly encourage it. There's projects going on right now. And celebrated monumental achievements like the removal of the Bateman Island Causeway, proving that we can deliver robust engineering solutions while remaining fiercely dedicated to ecological responsibility. And when called upon for emergency operations and flood risk management, our people deployed rapidly, protecting our local communities when they needed us most. In our regulatory mission, we demonstrated the immense power of vertical alignment and strong professional relationships. Through tireless coordinated communication that reached the district level all the way up through the division, headquarters, and legal counsel, we successfully navigated and completed the complex permit of the Stibnite mining project, proving that we can accomplish what we can accomplish when the entire vertical chain stands together to deliver transparent, collaborative, and legally sound solutions. Through all those shifting priorities, late nights, and hard pivots, we never lost sight of who we are. We've continued to deliver our mission, vision, and values every single day. So as my time here comes to a close, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome the Droesch family to Walla Walla. Lieutenant Colonel Droesch, thank you for a seamless and highly professional transition experience. You are inheriting a district of unparalleled talent, and I'm so excited to see where you lead this amazing district next. And I know I try to avoid saying goodbye, so to the men and women of the Walla Walla District, thank you for some extra music. Thank you for your tireless dedication to the nation. We serve and empower by taking care of people and delivering the mission, and we do that safely and with integrity. Building strong, be all you can be, and thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the Walla Walla District, Lieutenant Colonel Doug Droesch.
Thank you. That's a tough act to follow. I can tell you that I've been to quite a few changes of command. It is rare when the entire audience stands up and gives such a heartfelt farewell to the outgoing commander. So it speaks absolutely incredibly about what Katie has done here. So this moment is pretty surreal for me to be able to stand up here and do this today. You know, I'm humbled to follow in the footsteps of great leaders of this district and the history of this district. Sir, I appreciate you highlighting the history. It really has been weighing on me a lot starting yesterday through today, what it means to be able to stand up here and get to do this. And sir, I also want to thank you for coming and presiding over this. It's rare that a district gets to have a senior leader from DC come and preside over us. And not only preside over us, but spend an entire day yesterday with us, get to see some of our projects and meet our people. So, sir, thank you for taking the time out of what I know is a very busy schedule. Appreciate that. Thank you. To all the great community leaders that are out here today, that was a very impressive list of people. And I know you're not here to hear me talk or be here, but your presence shows a great partnership and collaboration amongst all of us. So thank you for your presence, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you and work with you. Katie, your exceptional leadership of this district is unmatched. I've never met a leader who cares so much about the people. You've clearly left an indelible mark on this organization and its people, and it's going to be really hard to fill that hole when you leave. I think you were absolutely the right leader at the right time for this organization. I can't thank you enough for what I'm inheriting as a commander and for what you've done for this workforce and for me personally. You opened up the district months ago to me to be able to learn so that I could hit the ground running today to take care of these people. So thank you for what you've done, truly. Allie, my wife, 25 years we've been doing this. I wouldn't be up here today. I would have hung up this uniform a long time ago, but your dedication to continuing this adventure and pushing me to stay in has got us to where we are today. So thank you. I love you. Abby and Margot, welcome to the Walla Walla team. I'm excited to watch you girls grow into the young women that you are going to be in this community. The welcome we've already received in Walla Walla has been absolutely amazing, and I'm looking forward to watching it continue to grow and foster. To the rest of my family, Jen, baby Joey, and Bob and Nell, and everybody that's watching online, thank you for also continuing along the way. I think there's a lot of military families who grow away from their extended family over this longer period of time, but that's not who we are. You have made the effort to always come and visit wherever we've been, so thank you for doing that. Last I want to do is address the workforce of the Walla Walla District that's here, and I'm going to do so by expressing my passion for this adventure that we're about to embark on. 20 years ago, I was graduating from college with a degree in mechanical engineering, and all I wanted to do was to solve complex engineering problems. And as a military officer, that's rare that you get to do that as a junior military officer. So I chose to join the engineer regiment to one day eventually come and work for the Army Corps of Engineers. I think 20 years ago, if I could have picked where to be today, it would be standing on this stage about to embark on what has already felt like it's going to be the best job I've ever had, and I'm sure every day it will feel like that. I'm absolutely humbled to be a member of the Army Corps of Engineers, helping secure our nation, enable our economy, and protect the citizens of the United States. It really is a heavy mission that we do. It's the honor of my lifetime to get to serve with you and alongside you. I'm ready to do my work. I'm ready to run and do what I can to help us deliver. Essayons, building strong, be all you can be. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the departure of the colors and join in the singing of the Engineer and Army songs. The words to the songs are located on the last page of your programs. Afterward, please remain standing for the departure of the official party. On behalf of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, we want to thank you for your attendance at today's ceremony. Lieutenant Colonel Werback and her family will receive well-wishers in the front of this room. Please take a moment and stay and wish her and her family farewell. Lieutenant Colonel Droesch and his family will receive friends, family, and well-wishers at a reception in the district headquarters across the way here following, and light refreshments will be served. Thank you again for joining us on this historic occasion. Building strong, essayons, this will defend. Thank you. All you can be. All you can be. There you go. I was like,